you to another edition of, wait for it, the Retro Brothers podcast. Oh, that sounds so good. I think we got to get an applause for that. We made it. We made it. It's on to our sixth episode. And honestly, gotta give major credit where it's due to GQ Jamal. You know what I mean? It's been such a pleasure. Been doing these like weekly, collaborations, not only for our YouTube channels, but now onto the podcast, world, which will be on every Friday, 8 a.m. in the morning. We'll be going directly to Spotify. So in this episode, folks, we talk about like the big sort of like groups and like musical bands that were from like, the period, like even so go as far as to the late 80s, groups that were in the 90s, big groups that dominate the 90s, from the Naughty by Natures to the Tribe Called Quest to the TLCs, and then you move in even to the 2000s to like the G Unit, and even the beloved Destiny Child. So you're really going to enjoy this episode. We both share our opinions where these bands actually like where we first like heard these bands, were introduced to us. So definitely, like any kind of like sport, you are liking it, you want to get in touch with us. Our social media links are just down below. You can check us out there. We both run our YouTube channels as well, where we dive in a bit about like music, what I mean? So definitely, be sure to check that out. But without being said, let's get episode 6 of the Retro Brothers on the way. Yes. We are back. For
back again. This is back. Tell a friend.
Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back?
This looks like that time for me. Everybody, go follow me.
I just feel so empty without me.
Without me. Man. Say what you want about Eminem, man. People don't realize Slim Shady was that guy.
He was the dude, man. Like he was appearing like especially that time when he came back with the Eminem show. Man, like that was he was everywhere, man. That Without Me, that he just put that.
Without Me.
I remember that being everywhere. Sing for the Moment, Superman.
Like Obi Trice,
real gays, no gimmicks. Oh my gosh, it's good times. Like, yes, man. Folks, gonna welcome you again to the Retro Brothers podcast.
Yes, sir. Episode 6.
Episode 6. As you can hear from the earlier when we were doing Eminem, like this is gonna be a music-based episode, just to,
yes, sir.
So, yes.
Because you know why?
Why is
you
that?
Know why? Because these chicks don't even know the name of Pumpkin.
What? But they all know me like they want to hold hands.
Hold hands. My bed. And you like
with the salsa. Yes. Oh my gosh. Now I know. I'm in Mexico. Now I know all about that.
Roxanne, I want to be no man.
Man, D12, man, like, cool. Oh man, man. All right, folks, we always talk about like,
cat's out the bag.
We're products of nostalgia. We're products of the retro.
Yes, sir.
Of the times when it was golden, when there was always a clear sky, GQ, I'm gonna ask you first question. What was it like with the bands? You know what I mean? The bands that were back in like 2000 and the 90s. What do you think is the major like why were they so great? You know what I mean at that time?
They're so great because they had their own. Every band had their own originality, man.
Yeah.
Like you can tell you listen to TLC. You can tell you listen to Destiny's Child. You can
Yeah.
tell you listen to In Vogue,
Yeah.
Backstreet Boys,
Backstreet Boys,
NSYNC,
Sam and Salt and
uh,
Pepper.
Salt
Yeah.
and Pepper,
Yeah.
Blackstreet.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, those like bands, the groups, they were dominating, especially like the late '80s, '90s,
Yeah.
early 2000s.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they were taking over.
They would, whew, man, the band stuff, man, like especially when first ones, earliest ones I saw were like it possibly wasn't been Salt and Pepper and TLC.
Yeah,
And that was the first, like, more than once, you know what I mean? Because you even noticed, like, in the rap culture, like, that rap duo thing was even, not even just a rap duo, but the musical duo was a big
yep,
thing, So then,
yeah.
I mean, I think as well, this. So what did you think of, like, Color Me Bad?
Color
Ooh,
me back. Ooh,
I wanna
I
sex
wanna
you.
sex you up, you up, man. Yeah, they were real original. I've only known them for that song. I never like listened
Yeah,
to like the other
exactly.
like works, but
Yeah.
yeah, that song was just a feel good like song. Like
Yeah,
like
I can really
that came
like,
out. It
jump
came
to
out. It came out of the New Jack
yeah,
era, New
the
Jack Swing era,
the
like
height
the
of it,
height,
the height.
91, 92.
91, bro. I was the end of they play in the New Jack City. It's in the New Jack City soundtrack. That's where I
Yup.
first heard them, and they also played it in Living Color, like one of the music before.
Yeah, the Super Bowl special.
Oh, we gotta talk about that, like the music performances on In Living Color, with the bands and
Yes.
that, man. Like, what were like some of like your most fun performances on In Living Color? Because there was a lot of
Oh,
bands,
when it comes to
heavy.
the bands,
Yeah, yeah,
man,
yeah. Please, man.
Heavy D and the boys.
Oh man,
Every time they came to perform, they rocked the house.
I love, but when you so right, Jiki. Heavy D's. I was listening to it just recently on YouTube. Heavy D's Something for Me. Oh, got something. That one is
Yes,
amazing. With I'll be
yeah,
sure.
because
I'll be sure.
bro, remember that one episode we did? We could not figure out Albie Shore's name.
Oh
He
right,
was
that
in New Jack City. That was
Christopher
Albie Shore.
Williams. Oh,
That was Albie
I'll
Shore.
be sure. Yep, 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 yeah. We couldn't fade, but
Also
bro,
appeared in that episode of Fresh Prince.
yes, when
Yeah, that
the
Halloween
way,
episode.
yeah, Kadeem Hardison appears and Heavy
Yeah,
D. That someday your fresh
yeah.
effect.
I still love. I still love the beat to that
Oh man,
theme, the Halloween theme.
and it's I would love, because like, we both do reviews for our channels, man. I would love when
Yeah,
I do have more free time in my schedule. I would love to just take a look at one episode, like this episode, someday your Fresh Prince in
yeah,
effect, and just do a whole kind of analysis, talk about the intro, the guest star.
right.
I would love to do that, man. Someday,
Yeah,
maybe someday in the
yeah,
future, man. Yeah,
yeah. Go do it, bro.
yeah, I love
But
to. But
yeah, some of my like favorite like performances from a group from
yeah,
Living Color. I love when Heavy D performed. Him and the boys. Colored Me Bad. They
yes,
did
Color
a
Me
great
Bad.
job. Um, what else? Like Eric B and Rakim.
Yeah, who? Eric B for
Yeah,
president. Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Black Sheep. The choice is yours.
Yes, 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 man.
Yeah,
Bro, it just even you saying that just reminded me of like Tribe Called Quest.
yes.
Oh,
Oh,
shot them.
I know. Yeah, man. I love Tribe Called Quest.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
The
yeah.
sound, the lyrical. They have like some of the most iconic songs. Like yeah, Electric Relaxation.
Electric Wayne Brothers. Shout out to the Wayne Brothers.
Yes. Check the Rhyme.
Yeah, man.
Scenario.
Scenario
Like
with Busta
King.
Rhymes appearing at the end. Yeah, yeah,
Yes.
yeah, yeah. Ooh.
the
Here we go,
first
yo.
hip hop like what's it called? I forgot what's the name. But it doesn't have a hook, but just all verses.
Right, right. Just all lyrics, right?
Yeah,
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 I love that.
yeah.
Um,
Ooh. What do you think about
like can
jazz?
I kick?
You know, jazz,
Uh,
Charcoal Quest Jazz. They had one track. It's I got it on my phone now. I've been listening to the beat all the time, man. It's amazing.
like can I kick it?
Can it? Yes, you can. And
It's
I'm
like can I
on.
kick it?
Wait, what? Can I kick it? And then you run the in layers.
Man, man, I love Q-Tip, man.
Yeah.
Q-Tip had that style, man. He had that charisma.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pipe Dog, rest in peace.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Pipe
Yeah.
Dog. Yeah, Tribe Called Quest. They're in their style
Yeah,
itself.
they had their own, and as you even said it, man, like all the groups at that time, they were just like they stayed in their own lane, like it was different.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, like another big group from that time, and I know you're a big fan of them. Naughty by nature. Dude, everybody
Yes,
say,
sir. Hip
hey,
hop
ho,
array.
hey, ho,
Oh,
hey.
hip hop like OPP
Yeah, you know.
and feel me, feel me flow
Yeah, 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 yeah. I
and
love,
Naughty
you
by
know,
Nature.
I love that other one when it shows Tretch's ghetto. I forgot the name of it. It shows the video of Tretch's old neighborhood. You know, it's on
Oh,
this.
everything's gonna be all
That's the
right.
one. I love that.
Yes.
If it's gonna be all
Like
right,
I used to be a ghetto bastard.
yes, sir. I used to be a
Yeah.
ghetto bastard. And then there's anybody bastard. And then what is anybody bastard?
Yeah, one of my
Yeah.
favorite songs from Naughty by Nature, Uptown Anthem.
Yes. Ooh,
Yeah, the
man.
Juice soundtrack.
The Juice. Oh man, speaking of man, we talk about these soundtracks, man. I go to the Juice soundtrack, man. Eric B and
Yeah.
Cream know the ledge. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, I said the Juice. I got enough to go around. I will take it on and up the streets of Queens in the middle of New York. It's amazing.
Yes, amazing, man.
Yes, I say salute the ledge. That's on the Queens, and he performed down in Living Color. That's one of my
Yeah.
favorite episodes, man. Eric B.
Yes, sir.
Oh man, Naughty by Nature, man. What did you think? Because I started to listen to them after, you know, they were like really the first like there was the Beastie Boys as like, you know, the first like pretty much white
Yup.
guys in raps, and then like
Yeah.
Vanilla Ice came like somewhere after.
Yeah.
But there was the rap group like Third Base, you know, Third
Third
Base,
base.
Prime Minister Pete Nice, MC Search,
Pop goes
uh,
the whistle.
Pop Goes the Whistle, man. What did you think of Third Base? You know, it's a
Man,
rap group.
third base. I rem uh I remember I forgot his name. Is it Search?
MC Search,
NC
yeah,
Search? Yeah, he
yeah,
had a
yeah,
show
yeah.
on VH1, the White Rapper Show. That was my
Right,
first time like seeing NC Search.
right, right,
Then
right.
I went back and watched In Living Color, and I know this. I'm like, oh,
Yeah,
that's NC Search.
Search.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
The only song I've like listened to was like Pop Goes a Weasel and the
yeah.
other song they performed.
Yeah.
They were solid.
Yeah, gas face. You know,
Yeah.
they had beefs. What was funny? They had beefs with MC Hammer and Vanilla Ice. You know, that was the reason of this. Pop Goes the Weasel was a shot at Vanilla Ice.
Wow.
Yeah, watch the video, you'll see it.
All I have to, man.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You know, so for Beastie Boys, when Beastie Boys were before,
Yeah, yeah, BC Boys.
what did you think of the Beastie Boys? Like, you know, because they were three of them as well, similar to
Yeah.
Bass, but they were all white. What did you think of the Beastie Boys?
Like I like Paul what's one song? Paul Revere's, I think.
Yeah, yeah. Paul Rivers was I think that was on their second album. I
Yeah.
think I'm gonna have to check it, you know.
They had a song called Brass Monkey.
Yeah. They all right, I'm gonna be straight because I'm not saying I'm a fan, but I've listened to a lot of Beastie Boys. Like their names for their tracks. It makes no
Yeah.
sense, you know.
No.
they
No.
got they got one track called Professor Booty. I'm like,
What? And Beastie Boys just another category on its own.
Yeah,
Like I don't have nothing negative to say about Beastie Boys.
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, they're tolerable to an extent.
Yeah, because they
Yeah,
blend a lot of like rock and like hip
yeah,
hop in, it's that
yeah.
early hip hop. And speaking of early hip hop, man, you can not go over to saying like Run DMC. Yeah, it's like the
Run
early,
DMC.
yeah, yeah,
Walk
yeah.
this
That's why
way. Walk this way.
Aerosmith
Pop
collaborate.
my
Yeah.
Adidas.
What did you think of the Run DMC? They were really like the when we
They were
folks.
huge.
They were huge, man. Late 80s, mid
Really huge.
80s. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I want to tell anyone who's a big fan of hip hop as much as me and GQ, there was this cool Netflix series which is called The Evolution of
Yes,
Hip Hop.
I love that
Ooh, man,
series.
I would love to even get down DVD. You know what I
That's
mean?
that's what that was one of the shows I watched like during the pandemic.
Right, right, right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, very interesting documentary.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a
go check that out.
very fascinating show, man. It shows how it changed from the 80s, the 90s,
Right.
2000s, So, 100%, man. So, like, man, I feel like there was so much rap bands, like rap groups. I mean,
Right.
Trevor Quest, another big one. Gotta drop them, man. Wu-Tang Clan, Wu-Tang,
Yeah, Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing but.
Wu-Tang. Oh,
Hey,
man.
have you seen the Wu-Tang documentary? Have you
No,
seen the Wu-Tang show on Hulu?
no, I haven't. I'll
Yes,
be
oh
honest,
bro,
like,
that's a good yo. That's
really,
any
right,
show go check it out. It's
right.
it's a good show
Okay,
because
okay.
yeah, they just wrapped up season 2. I think season 3
Is
they
this
got
one?
picked up.
Sure.
Yeah.
Right, right, right. But damn, man, Wu-Tang Clan, man, like the Method Man, you
Who
know.
is your favorite member from Wu Tang?
Oh man, Method Man, without a doubt, man. Yeah, yeah,
MET
yeah. Okay.
man, MET man. Hey, you know my style.
Oh man,
Like patty cake, the method man.
yeah, I really love because I saw like videos of Method Man in Wu-Tang Clan,
Yeah,
then
method.
seeing him later, appear in the films
Yeah.
and like the collabs with Redman, I really love like Method Man hands down.
Oh yeah, Method Man, my favorite one,
Yeah, yeah.
and I
RZA,
love
yeah,
Ghostface,
Ghostface Killer.
and Raekwon the Chef.
Yes, 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 man. When you think of like RZA,
Oh, it's the RZA,
it's the RZA, it's the
RZA, the
Jimmy,
Jizza,
the
old
RZA.
dirty bastard, Raekwon the Chef,
Raekwon,
OJ,
oh man. Is man. So you got like
RZA.
Wu-Tang Clan, Tribe Called Quest. It's hard because would you put Kid and Play as like a group or is it just more of a duo? Because
It's
like
more of a duel,
more of a
but you can
duo
put
is yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah. Because I'm saying like
that,
even number one Crisscross. Crisscross was number
yeah,
one
crisscross.
big one.
They're too.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
more
for the
that was
youngsters.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yes. Yeah, like Crisscross, Fizz, I hate mentioning him, but like R. R. Kelly, Robert Kelly. I'm gonna call him his government name,
Robert.
just in case we don't get
Oh God.
You must identify the criminal as Robert Kelly. He's
What?
to trial soon. So Robert Kelly, was he in a group before? Like he became solo? Because I know that song like
So,
Bob,
but
you got that vibe. I don't know if it was a group
I
before.
think so, but I've only known R. Kelly for his solo work. I only
Right.
remember him for his solo work.
Pretty much, pretty much. He bursted on the scene with those hits, man. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? I Believe I Can Fly. That was hands down the first time
hands down.
saw him. Space Jam, I Believe I Can
Yeah,
Fly. Ooh, set the world on flames, man. As the
right.
Yeah, and another one I even read, I used to listen to them. Bobby Brown, My Prerogative,
Oh, New Edition.
New Edition. What did you
New
think of New
Edition.
Edition, man? Every little step
Man,
I
Candy. Okay. I'll be there
you,
with you every
every little step I
little
take. Just,
Oh man, New Edition.
yeah,
They were really huge in the 80s, man.
yeah. It
Like
was
before that, you had the Jackson 5,
some vibe, yeah. You know what
then
I mean?
the New Edition.
Yeah. You know what I mean? And
Uh
even shout out to the heartbeats, the five. Yeah, if you want to go like even that time to bands, so
man,
man, New Edition, man. Like I it's funny because I
Bobby
always
Brown.
remember them when they appeared in the Fresh Prince, but they were Bill Biv
Bell Bed the
yeah, yeah.
Bowl.
Bill Biv the well, yeah, when
Man, they were New Edition without
it's
Ralph and
that's it.
Ralph and Bobby.
Yeah. And bro, that used to confuse me. When they used
Right.
to build digital, I was like, no, these are the crew with Bobby Brown, but they got a different name. And I was like,
Yeah.
what's going on? Then it's only after I understood that, like they tried to make their own, band with them now. But
It still
yeah,
made a hit.
yeah. And honestly, I want to say, thank God, for those times, if it wasn't for the Arsenio Who show in Living Color, Yo MTV Raps, some of these artists
Yeah.
we would have never ever heard of. That's
Right. You
yeah,
can even throw Showtime at the Apollo
that's
too.
it. Yeah,
Yeah. Without those
yeah.
full shows, we would never
Yeah,
like hear these artists.
yeah. Telling you, I remember like one of the first times I watched Yo MTV Raps, I saw House of Pain. So they were another white hip hop group.
Yeah.
Jump around.
Like
Jump,
jump around.
jump. I came to get down. I came to get down. So just has to jump around.
Did they really take that song off Crisscross Jump?
Well,
They saw the
this is what I'm
they saw
thinking. I don't
they
know
saw the
if it's
success of
the
Jump.
success of that. Bro, they play jump around in basketball games,
Yeah.
soccer games, any halftime. When the teams go in,
Right.
it's jump around. I hear that a lot.
Yeah, you hear those two songs.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
hear Jump, then you Jump Around.
Jump around. Crisscross, man. Like, ooh, they were killing it, man. So, man, we need someone like we really need to like just mention talked about like the hip hop and like the New Jack Swings type of bands. It was like the like In Sync and and the Backstreet Boys. Would they be classified as pop or is
Yeah,
it
they're
like
pop.
their pop
They're
music?
pop. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, was Backstreet Boys before NSYNC or was NSYNC before?
Yeah. I
Right,
think Backstreet Boys was like a year or two before
right.
Backstreet Boys. I mean,
Yeah.
NSYNC. Yeah.
NSYNC, man, bro. Like, I remember there was a music store. This is when I was back in UK. Anytime I used to go in, they used to have a big poster of one of the Backstreet Boys as like a calendar or something. So there was a time, bro, I couldn't stand these boy bands. All that.
Oh
I
yeah.
want you to be my girl.
Oh yeah.
All that. It was. I remember even Simpsons. Simpsons. They did an episode based on like boy bands. I don't know if you ever saw this. NSYNC gets started there. But what did you think of like the boy bands that like really
The boy
exploded like
band.
early 2000s, late 90s?
Okay, the boy bands because you had what NSYNC. That's probably like the first boy band that I can remember. NSYNC,
Yeah,
all the girls was going,
yeah.
yeah, they were
Yeah.
going crazy for it. They were going crazy for NSYNC,
Yeah.
and then you had Blackstreet with No Diggity.
No dee
Um,
yeah.
hey
Yeah,
yo,
yo,
hey
hey, yo,
yo.
oh. It
Um,
was
112,
112. There was 98
Cream,
degrees, 98 degrees. I don't know what
yeah,
near car.
the next,
The next, bro. Would you
yeah.
put B2K in that category?
Oh yeah, man. B2K
Amari.
are going crazy for B2K.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um, you
you
got
got served.
served.
You got served.
Oh man,
You
I got
said we
served with
weren't
that
gonna
bullshit
say
ass
that again.
movie, bro. Oh man,
Uh,
we're
see,
gonna put that movie. We're gonna put that movie and dump that in the river.
in the
Like we're
river,
never gonna talk
man.
about you
We're
got
gonna
served again.
put it in a coffin and like you hammer the edges together,
Yes.
like to make sure you know you're like E2K. Man. Yeah, 98 Degrees. There was ones that came later, like One Direction and what was it? There was another one that was out with Backstreet Boys. Insane. Just, I'm trying to remember the name.
Yeah,
Ah, no,
boy
it'll
band.
come. It will come to
Yeah.
me. You know, Usher wasn't in a band, right? He was strictly solo.
No,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
he was strictly
He was
solo.
strictly solo.
Um.
Yeah, same as
Oh, shoot. Drew Hill.
Drew Hill.
Yeah,
Yes.
Drew Hill.
Yeah.
Drew Hill. This is before Cisco career.
Cisco.
The thong
The
song.
song. Dong, 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 dong. That is such a turn up tune, the pause.
Oh
You
god.
just want to light it up.
I do not care for the thong song. I'm so sorry.
I don't know, man. Like, there's
When it
certain.
comes on the radio, I mute it. I'm
You
like,
move.
man, mute it.
But there was one, Cisco did a good theme for Russia. He was on the Russia One soundtrack.
Yeah.
You know,
Yes, sir.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Like I always loved that theme, man. And yeah, so like you had like them what big one that was coming out in the early things. Like, I think TLC was
Oh, TLC.
yeah. What did you think of
T-
TLC? Yeah, yeah,
TLC, to me, when it comes to like groups, they were the
yeah.
face of the 90s
Pretty much. Yeah, yeah,
because I love Creep. I think that's one of my favorite songs, Creep.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Um, their second album, it was really amazing.
Yeah.
Splash Waterfalls.
Waterfalls. Ooh, waterfalls. Don't take that. I don't care. Yeah, that's
uh,
waterfalls. Yeah.
what about your friends? It's like, what
Yes.
about your friends?
Yeah. Oh man. I ain't too proud to beg. I ain't too proud to beg.
Yeah,
No. I
Red
ain't.
Light Special.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Uh, digging on you,
Mm-hmm.
and God, no scrubs.
No scrubs.
It's
Oh
funny they
man.
made that song.
Yeah.
They made that song. They were going broke. Like they were going broke to stuff. Like how you gonna make a song like Dog and Men out,
Yeah.
but y'all were broke
You
at
are
this
bro,
time.
it's just so funny,
Yeah,
I think that song applies even more today, of like the entitled, thinking of some, you know,
yeah,
look at your situation before you start saying, I don't
right.
want those scrubs, man.
You guys were getting cheated out your deals. I'm like,
Yeah,
wait a minute,
big
what
time.
is
They
going
they
on?
they were with LA Reid, if I'm right. Was it
Yeah,
LA Reid Baby Faces? Yeah, yeah. I watched the
yeah.
behind the music
Dallas
documentary.
Austin was making their hits.
Yeah, they were losing like serious coin, man.
Yeah.
The music,
TLC, they made a theme to all that.
yeah, exactly. Those scrubs, man. But I would say, do you think like Destiny's Child was the successor to TLC, or like Destiny Child was a bit different? Like
And
what do
Disney
you think?
Child came after like TLC, like
Started
folded,
to fold, yeah.
like decline. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's crazy. It's kind of
Yeah.
hard to say what group was better, TLC or Destiny Child.
Yeah. I mean, yes, this is tough because I think with the inclusion of Beyonce, that really
Yeah,
elevates Destiny Child for sure. Because Beyonce,
yeah,
became this like the
like
ultimate megastar, man. Like
right. It's like how you
Beyonce,
going to compare No Scrubs to like Miss
Yeah,
Independent.
this is what I'm saying. You
Yeah, or
know,
Say My Name.
girls rule the
Like
world.
Splash Waterfalls.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
that's hard.
Jeez, it's very tough, man. Like if you take Beyonce at Destiny Child, then it's more of an even playing field. But you got your star like player. You know, it's hard, isn't it?
Hard.
Yeah, I'm just
Ain't
thinking
gonna
because
compare
like
bills too. Like
ain't gonna pay my bills and then. I don't think you do you
oh man,
yeah.
that was the one song I would hear like all the time on the radios. Bills,
Yeah,
bills, bills.
bills, man. So I was seeing down MTV the video because I remember Destiny Child before the other sister came in. It was two others who were like,
Yeah,
you remember? Yeah. They changed it and they brought I forgot it. Is it Michelle Williams? The one Kelly Rowland?
yeah,
Michelle Williams, yes, when she came in, but yeah, I think, we Destiny Child and TLC, man. It's just the Beyonce, man. You know, it is hard. Yeah, man. Honestly,
yeah.
man,
But keep in mind, Kelly Rowland had
yeah.
a decent career after
She
Destiny's
had a
Child. Yeah.
successful, solo
Oh
career,
yeah.
man. Yeah, Dilemma with Nelly.
Yeah.
That's a gracious. No matter what I
Mm.
do, oh yeah, oh yeah, man. Destiny Childs, man. Kelly Rowland, Beyonce.
Yeah.
Michelle Williams. Like I'm trying to think of like around that time of so like early 2000s, around the time that Destiny Child, NSYNC, who were like the other like bands, because like some of the names escape me now. I'm trying to
Like
think.
like during the late 90s, early 2000s.
Late 90s, early 2000s. Yeah, you got D12.
Uh,
Shout out to
oh
D12.
yeah. D12 and Outkast really took off
Outcast.
like
Yeah.
early. I mean like late 90s, early
Late
2000s.
90s. Yeah.
Outkast was dominating.
Yeah.
Hot
This song,
Jackson.
Miss, ooh, I am for
Yeah,
real.
for real.
And other than that, the
Like, come
politics.
on, like you get a haircut. You get a haircut. What's the first song you play? So fresh, so clean.
Yes. 100. You know what's cool with Outkast? What I love was I watched like a little like documentary. Like they kind of changed their music to become more of
Yeah,
what it is now. At one time they were
yeah,
trying to be like the, Noi by Nature. They tried to make their music, but it's like they made it more authentic. Later
yeah.
on. So I really appreciate like Outkast, Big Boy, and Andre 3000.
Yes, man. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So you got,
Andre these stacks.
I was just
Keep
saying,
your heart, these
man.
stacks. Keep your
He,
heart.
he was with Erica Badu, wasn't he? Erica.
Everybody was with Erica Badu.
Oh man,
Man, Common
Jesus.
was with Erica Badu.
Yeah. She was with like everyone, man. Everybody. Oh my god! And it just reminded me. Oh, how could I forget them? Lauren Hill, Wycliffe. You know where this is
Oh,
going?
Fuji's.
Fugees.
Ready or not, here
Here I go.
I
I'm
I
gonna
wanna
find
find
you.
you and see you.
Oh man,
Killing me softly, man.
killing me softly. Oh man, the Fugees, 150. Yeah, that was dope, man.
Fuji's, man.
Man, I heard that
If you
Lauren
were
Hill,
gonna
yeah, Lauren Hill and Wycliffe, they had a little sign, man. They had a little sign. Yeah, that's
little
what.
thumbs up,
Yeah, a little. Oh, bro,
Lauren Hill was like, "You're too close, man. You're too close."
bro. I was just gonna bring this up now. See, that's what we're talking about.
Oh yes,
See,
like
that's
you're
what
too
we're talking
close now.
about.
You're too close.
Musical bad, making the sketch that this was already a series. Making
Yeah,
the Bad being hosted by It's Diddy. Hold up, it's
It's the D, the
Diddy.
I,
I,
the
the
D,
D,
the D, the
the
Y,
Y.
the D, the I, the D. It's Diddy.
Hold up. Yeah, when he had to
Executive
make
producer being
executive
all up in the
producer, man.
video. What's up?
Oh, when he made the Making the Bands parody on Chappelle Show, bro, man,
Man, that
that
is
that
one of my favorite sketches,
I'm
bro.
telling you,
Like,
had me
my
die.
man, he's like, Brandon, my man, Blaine. You make my day.
Hey, you know the scene I love so
I
much. He's
mean,
like, look, I got some bad news, yo. I'm trying the studio down. He's like,
you
shoot,
shut the
all
studio
right.
down.
The only way I'm gonna get this, you gotta go to Queen, you gotta go to South Bronx and get your left side and the golf clubs. You gotta take a picture of a midget holding these balloons.
Oh man, my man was eating a sugar cookie. Man, like he
Yeah.
was zooming in his face, had like
Oh,
cookie crumbs
bro,
all over his lips. I was
insane,
just hot,
man.
man. Like he ain't
I
not
don't.
gonna have me going down and get just a
So that they did that Dylon. You know, Dylon was like, I want to
yeah.
be five best rappers of all time. Look, Dylon, Dylon,
Dylon, Dylon,
Dylon,
Dylon,
Dylon, and
Dylon,
Dylon, because I
Dylon.
spit hot fire. You
Fire. I rip when I rhyme. I rhyme when I
know,
spit. This is the way Dylon spits.
look, DQ, we can make this song or not make this song. Yeah, this is yours.
Close, man. You too
You too
close.
close. You too close, man.
You too close, man.
Oh,
You too close.
but you know what that?
Oh,
You know
yeah.
what? You know what? Make it bad. I think at one point that whole thing of this is why it's very important for some people to know. Like the whole thing of making it in the music business was a big
Yeah.
deal. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? The early 2000s, late 90s, it was about like getting a record deal. I
Yeah.
could go
It
to
was
New
all about
York.
the talent.
Exactly. Going to New York, like like maybe I can feature, in someone's track. Like if you haven't seen it, definitely check it out. Hustle Flow, it's
Oh,
Terrence
Hustle
Howard
Flow, yeah.
nails that
Kenny
performance.
Black.
Yeah, it shows how
Man, Lil
really
Chris was an asshole in
he
that
was.
movie, bro.
He was best word to describe him was PRICK. He was a
Yeah.
yeah, without a doubt, man. But it shows how hard it is breaking into the music business, man.
Yeah.
Before, now it's changed, man. You could put some tunes on TikTok, man. TikTok, YouTube. You could
Upload
get
it within this.
exactly, and just someone could
Like,
just catch it. So
yeah.
yeah. But as GQ said, then because the times were more harder, they had to have talent. It's
Right.
just, what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? The music had to be on point, the artist, lyrics had to be on point, the music, but now it's like, it's just different. It's just a completely different world. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, like those oh man, like Hustle Flow, like that was very what did you think of like because we did talk about this when you got served. I mentioned them again. I am sorry. I am not gonna mention them again. There was a lot of music artists who appeared in film or even in TV's series,
Yeah.
like the band, like from we're talking back even from like New Edition appearing in Family Matters, Calling Me Bad. I remember they appeared in like
Yeah.
90210. This is way back. What did you feel of like some of these musical artists and the groups they had this crossover feel. What did you think of some of them?
What I think about some of them, man.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
was um it was great seeing those music acts like appearing on TV.
yeah.
Like one group I can think of, I've seen Desi Child, they're on Smart Guy.
Smart guy. Yes.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
on
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
They're on Smart Guy. I still to this day Beyonce can't act with a damn,
Man,
but it was great seeing
yeah.
like Desi Child on Smart Guy or Naughty by Nature on Living
On
Single
living single. Yeah,
or
yeah, yeah.
yeah or what else? Outcast on Martin. Um, It was great seeing
I think
those like
TLC appeared in Living
TLC was
Single.
on Living Single Sisters.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, and Overton's
yeah.
band. Yeah,
Ogilvy was having their wet dreams.
yeah. You gotta ménage et toi.
It was great seeing them on
Yeah,
those, on the television
yeah.
network.
A little bit of a new edition,
That
as we said, that episode with like Will
on
and
Fresh Prince.
yeah, Will and Will's friend, I forgot, was it Todd? You know,
Todd, yeah,
Todd,
Todd, yeah.
they're trying to get a music video like this.
Man, they should have kept Todd as a character
I
like
loved
for
it.
another season. Yeah,
Todd was only there for season two.
like season two. Yeah,
Season two, then after that, it was just it was
he
Jazz.
disappeared.
Jazz was just
It's
it though.
Jazz.
Yeah, yeah, but I
Yeah.
love Todd, man. I loved when he was in the second season, man. But yeah, man. So like you had them in thing, and you mentioned even, and this definitely goes along. I want to elaborate on this more. Of like some of the music artists if they translate into acting. Like as you mentioned, Beyonce. She was in.
Indeed.
She was in this movie, bro. Did you ever see it? It was with Cuba Gooding Jr. Uh,
Oh, Fighting Temptations.
was it any good? I've not seen the whole. I've seen bits of it, but
I remember having a DVD.
right.
It had some funny moments.
But it
I
was.
mean, I remember Mike Epps is. I know Mike Epps is in it.
Oh, for real?
Yeah,
Mike
Mike
Epps
Epps
in
is
it.
in
Right,
it.
right,
Beyonce, Montel Jordan,
right.
Montel Jordan.
This is how we do it.
Yeah.
Montel Jordan
Um,
was golden. I just
yeah.
shout Montel Jordan, his voice, man. He felt like he was this basketball player turned over to musical.
I forgot Montel. Was it? No, that wasn't Montel Jordan. That was John Sally. That was in Bad Boys.
But yes, John Sally,
Yeah,
Mario.
John Sally. But yeah, yeah, Fighting Temptations is alright.
Yeah,
It's what it is. What it is.
it's
Yeah,
what it
it's
is.
fair. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
okay.
it's okay, man. Well, did
It's
you ever?
forgivable.
Yeah, pretty much. Did you ever see Beyonce in Obsessiva with Idris
I
Elba?
think we talked about this in like
I
previous
I
videos.
know, bro.
This
You
is
know the
one of the
reason.
movies that I think.
Anytime I click Netflix and I go to the categories and type thriller, it's called Obsessiva in Spanish, but I
Obsessed, man.
always see it in on Netflix.
You
I
think you see crazy? I'll show you crazy. I'm like, Beyonce, shut up. Oh
yeah.
my gosh.
Oh man,
Beyonce, I can take her acting seriously. It's
time.
like I seen Beyonce. Beyonce was in Carmen, the hip hop opera.
Yeah, 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 yeah. She was also
Uh,
in Austin Powers. I never saw it, but
yeah.
the Afro, gold member, but
She was
Beyonce.
also in she appeared in one episode of the famous Jet Jackson.
Right, right,
Like
right.
her acting ability never
Yeah,
evolved
yeah, big,
like a
big.
Tupac or
Ah,
Jill Scott. It never
yeah,
like evolved.
exactly. No, I think he just never like if I had to compare her to Jennifer Lopez, J Lo still has the acting
Yeah,
ability. Like, I could believe her in like Selena when she played the singer, or like
yeah.
Out of Sight, or even
You
Money
know,
Train. Yeah,
even though J Lo plays the same role in every movie,
pretty much.
I'm keeping it real.
Pretty
I'm keeping it
much.
real, but
There
J
was two.
Lo
There was
kind
two.
of evolved.
There was two Jennifer Lopez movies. I watched them. I remember back to back. It was Made in Manhattan and The
Yeah,
Wedding Planner. They're the same movie.
exact movie. Same exact movie. Monster in Law or something like
Monster
that.
Law.
I remember
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, yo, J Lo plays the same movie.
Same one. It's the romantic comedy, but with like,
Yeah,
it's the same thing. I've seen it too many times. So she can act. She's passable, for an
yeah.
actress. I guess so. But yeah. I mean, we did talk a bit about, because you can kind of say, like, would you say Tupac was in a group before, because he was in the Digital
Yeah,
Underground, you
yeah, he
know,
was in Digital Underground.
Digital Underground, you know what I mean? And it's like,
Yeah.
what do you think was Tupac like? 'Cause, yeah, we definitely got to mention him with the group.
Oh,
Tupac's
Digital
like,
Underground.
yeah, the breakout for Tupac. What was the point that you knew like he was gonna be a star?
And because only song that I remember Tupac was in Digital Underground was Same Song,
Yeah,
classic song.
yeah,
I think that song's better than the Humpty Dance.
right.
Yeah, 10 times better than Humpty
On
Dance.
to dance. I agree.
Yeah, I know Humpty Dance is, you know,
Yeah, for now, man, like, and it just feels like since
yeah.
since Tupac is gone, every song he has is golden now. Like, like, I swear, they watch
Like
it.
I Get Around is better than the Humpty Dance.
Yeah,
Same song is better than the Humpty
yeah.
Dance.
I Get
But
Around is my favorite of Tupac. Like,
yeah,
personally, for me, like, that's when I think of Tupac, is it's either like,
that's my favorite
yeah,
Tupac era.
100%.
Like the Strictly for My Niggas, me against the
Yeah.
world. Like
Yes.
that's what I like.
Yeah, it was in between that kind of poetic justice and above the rim
Yeah,
like phase. That
yeah,
was my favorite. Yeah, without a doubt, man. I love Tupac. And yeah, Tupac. We said this before. I mean, he was the one who I felt like Tupac could do all of them. He could do the music. He could do the
yeah.
Do you
Acting.
remember when he appeared in Different World? Man, it's a
Yeah,
killer
yeah,
episode, man. Shit, you
yeah.
know. Yeah, with like
He was also in Living Color.
in Living Color when they tried
Yeah,
to stop him, Tommy Davidson and Jamie Foxx. They were
man.
giving him grief, man. you
Man,
know,
Tupac had range, man.
yeah,
There
yeah.
would never be a artist like
I
Tupac
don't think so.
close to it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There can be no replica. You know what I mean?
no,
It's just one of those dudes, man. It's just his movies were very, even the only short amount of movies he did, they were like
they're all gold. Like
all,
never had a bad role.
no one film they ever feel was a bad performance, man. You know what I mean?
Playing
They were all good. They were all good, man. All the way, Juice, Poetic Justice, Bullet, it's a great film.
above the rim.
Above the Rim, of course, Gridlocked, Juice, and yeah, it was great, man. So yeah, man. So from those bands then, like, to the bands like in this era, like, do you like, what bands come to mind from, let's say, from 2010 onwards? Like, is there any like particular
And
music bands, like, of any?
I have to think hard about
Okay.
okay. 2010. Cause 2010 you had like what, Young Money?
Yeah.
Yeah, Young Money.
Any
TDE. Well, that's a
TVE.
record group. That's a record
Yeah.
group.
Yeah.
Young Money was a group, so
That was a group. Yeah.
yeah. Um, um Danny King, that was 2000, right?
I'm thinking it was the
Yeah,
same
yeah.
as was it Pretty Ricky or Pretty uh
Yeah,
you know
that
what I'm
era.
talking
Yeah,
about. Yeah,
yeah.
yes. A bit
So we're
before
talking about 2010.
2010, man. Like,
There's not really much group
yeah, I mean, the ones I used
because
to hear it like a lot was just this One Direction, like, pop.
yeah,
Yeah, that was like, it was
the Young
like
Money and One
One
Direction and
Direction.
um was it Fifth Harmony?
With Harmony, yeah.
Okay, yeah. It's
Yeah.
sad. I can't name a lot of groups from this era.
Yeah.
I don't think there's not too many groups because it's all like ego.
His ego, yeah, I would say that
Ego.
because that's very interesting. You said that because of like, so
Even back then,
yeah,
the ego. That's how
ego.
groups like
Yeah.
break up.
The groups won't really stay too long because of like. All right, here's another one I remember. Do you remember the Pussycat Dolls?
Yes, man.
Yes, yes.
Loosen up my buttons.
Yeah, don't you
Don't
think
you?
your girlfriend look just like me? Yeah.
Yeah.
I was the one I was
Pussycat
gonna
Dolls.
mention. The Pussycat Dolls, yeah, Nicole.
Lil Jon and the East Side Boys.
Yes, yeah, yeah, yeah. They were in there like like the late 2000s, like in mid late 2000s.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're starting to come back now. But yeah, Girls Aloud, which was this other you one in Europe, but there was a difference because you had like, the Pussycat Dolls, Destiny's Child, there's a few others, then I don't think they have that as much now.
No.
You know what I mean? You have your solo artists now like
Right.
Rihanna, Katy
Hmm.
Perry,
Yeah.
Karol G, is Latin American
Yeah.
one, Rosalia, but like I don't think they don't have these like bands. Why do you think that changed? From you said it's strictly
Like I
ego.
said, man, it's
Mm,
the ego. We
right.
live in a social media era.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's pretty much, yeah.
yeah,
Like Q-Tip said it best in that scenario, never get played out by, played out
ego.
ego. It's
Yeah,
the
yeah,
ego, man.
yeah.
Sometimes you gotta take your ego out the door, man.
You gotta check it. I think that's what I was gonna say. Where social media has played is I think these kind of followers and subscribers, I think it can get to your head, as you
Yeah, I'm like, oh,
said.
at least I have the most subscribers. Like,
Yeah, yeah,
no,
yeah,
even
yeah.
with us doing the podcast,
Yeah, yeah,
like we
yeah.
never let ego.
Once we talk about like, oh, I got, subscribers, I got more for a week. That's never in the equation.
No,
We just say fame, but I will tell you, I know there are some folks out there, they
yeah,
really look at these statistics, man. Like, oh, if you don't have million subscribers, I won't collaborate with you. You know,
right. I
yeah,
never understood that.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Like,
Like, I would never pay anyone for a collaboration.
I
Like, I'm
swear,
not going to charge anyone for a collaboration.
yeah.
No,
Trust me, that shit is with some of the stuff we were talking about, like Fresh and Fit, like earlier. I heard that was some stuff that was happening behind the scenes.
hmm,
If they had to pay people to get them to come on, to collaborate.
right,
Like I thought it was just like, we're all creating content. Like,
right.
I just didn't get that. Like, this whole, but it does really, it fucks up a lot of people's
Yeah,
like how big they think they really are, because they got,
right. Like, the quicker you get it, the faster it'll
yeah,
get snatched.
we our first collab when we did this for YouTube, we talked about that. I think
Yeah.
if you're looking to just get on like whatever platform it is, just to get the highest amount of subscribers, but you're not really
Hmm.
focused on the core of what your content is, it's gonna go up, then it's
Right.
gonna go down. Yeah, because you were doing it for the wrong reasons, pretty much. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So yeah, that's just the truth. But yeah, so like with those errors, man, like what would you think would be like if you had like the like I say now the Mount Rushmore. I'm using that now. The Mount Rushmore. So we're talking about like top like musical bands. It could be from rap,
Yeah.
it could be from pop, it could be from. We didn't talk too much about rock music because I don't listen to that occasionally, but like any genre of music, what would be your like Mount Rushmore
Man,
of bands,
my
musical bands?
favorite. We're putting duels in this, right?
Yeah, I think
All right.
we duos is, yeah, we gotta put them in for sure.
Favorite. All right. So number one, we're gonna play Outkast. Man,
Yes, yeah,
Outkast
yeah, yeah,
really their sound. It just. I really love their sound. It's
yeah.
unique.
It
You
is. Yeah.
know, they weren't too. They weren't trying to chase that gangster sound.
Yeah.
It's like that funk, man.
Mm-hmm.
That G funk. Man, I really love Outkast from like the Stankonia, the Southern uh, playlist. I forgot the
Yeah.
first album.
Man,
Yeah, I just love
just to add
Outkast
it,
period.
even just to add, bro, like the music videos were theirs. Like it's
Yeah.
the videos were just only for them, man. Like sorry, Miss
Oh
Jackson
yeah.
one, like them playing the piano when it's raining in that man. It's a fantastic. Mm.
Yeah, their biggest hit, Miss Jackson.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like when you think about Outkast, you think about Miss Jackson, you think about So Fresh So Clean, you think about
Yeah.
Rosa Parks, you think
Rosa
about
Parks. Yeah. Oh my
the
God.
way
I almost forgot
the way
about
I
Rosa Parks. Yeah.
about the way I move. Hey y'all, I
Hey.
think that's the worst
Oh,
Outkast
oh.
song ever.
Well,
That's my
that
opinion.
the
Hey
thing
y'all,
is
I hate Hey y'all.
that
That's the most overrated song of all time.
Hey Y'all came out at a time when their popularity was soaring. You know what I mean? Like the Outcasts were really big that 2000. So Hey Y'all was one of those like we want a tune that everyone can have fun with. You know
But
that's what it felt
oh
like. Yeah,
yeah, that's the only thing I hate about Outkast is that
Outcasts.
one
That
song.
Hey Y'all, yeah,
Yeah, Hey
it's
y'all was just that overrated. It's a most
yeah.
overrated song of all time. But yeah, number one, Outkast.
Outcasts, yeah.
Number two, number two, Naughty by Nature.
Naughty by nature. Hey,
Yeah,
yeah. Everything's gonna be all right. Everything's gonna. That is like, ooh, I love it. Rich.
yes, sir. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah,
Number three, A Tribe Called Quest.
yeah, hands down for sure.
Uh, yeah, I'm going to name some honorable mentions, but number four, I will put TLC.
TLC, yeah, 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 for
Yeah,
sure. It was big, big. Face of the
TLC.
'90s, as you said.
Yeah,
Mm.
TLC. And number five, I would put. Mm, this is gonna be hard.
Mm.
Number five, I might have to put 3 6 Mafia,
3 6, bro. You know,
bro.
every time. You know
After
what's
watching
funny?
that verses, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
After watching their verses with Bone Thugs
Bum
is
Bugs,
another group
Novel
we haven't
Group.
talked about.
I could have.
Yeah,
I just remember 3 6 Mafia. They were the one who
because I
collabed
grew up with it.
With Biggie and Lil Kim. 3 6 Mafia. That was 3 6 Mafia, isn't it?
Junior Mafia.
Junior Mafia. Sorry, bro.
Yeah,
I got
no,
this.
no, you're good. Three
I
Six
know who.
Mafia.
Yeah.
You know, Juicy J, DJ
GCS.
Paul,
Yeah. DJ Paul. Yes,
Punchy
yes.
Black.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. 3 6 Mafia. I
And
think.
they
Man,
won the song for
they won the
"I Called
Oscar.
Out Here for a Piece."
Yeah, they
Yeah,
won the Oscar. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I could have. I saw them in
yeah.
Punk.
Off of
That was
my
the first time.
color.
Yeah,
Like in high school, all I heard was "Stay Fly, Stay
yeah.
Fly." Popping my
It's
collar.
stay far.
Yep.
You know it's more stay far.
Yeah. Sipping off the scissor. You're
Yeah.
like, man. I grew up with 3 6 Mafia. I mean, that's the songs like I've heard on my like during high school. Those three songs.
Right, right, right.
So, like for now, we'll put 3 6 Mafia at the number five spot. Then
Awesome, awesome.
I'm gonna name some honorable mentions.
Yeah.
I love. Oh, okay. I'm gonna have to put 3 6 Mafia out of here.
All
Take three
right.
six Mafia out of
Change.
here. I'm gonna put G Unit. G Unit at number
Oh,
five.
bro.
Number
All right.
five.
We gotta talk about G Unit quick. All right. Before I give my
G Unit
ranking,
number five.
we gotta mention G Unit,
Sorry.
bro. When was the first time you heard G
Unit.
Unit?
Yes, man. 50 Cent,
Yeah.
man.
Lloyd Banks.
2002, 2003. I just don't know. I've said this in numerous videos.
Right.
Like even with my like NBA Street Volume 2 review, man, 2003 was a great time.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Get Rich or Die Trying, the album,
Whew.
like and it's entirely that's a
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
masterpiece.
It all good. Get
Like
window
in the
shopper.
club.
Yeah, I'm a window shopper. Oh yeah, yeah. Woo.
Like what up, gangsta?
What up, gangster?
PIMP,
Yeah,
21 Questions.
21
Then a year
question.
later, when G Unit came out,
Yeah, yeah,
Lloyd
yeah.
Banks,
So
Young Buck,
young boy.
Tony Yates.
Yeah.
Yeah.
G G G G G G
Then you
G
start
Unit.
seeing all these G Unit merch, the shoes,
Yeah,
the
I saw it,
outfit.
man. Like, man, people need to know 50 Cent, man. Like that, the
Yeah.
early
Yeah.
2000s, man. As like TLC were the face pretty much of the 90s, you could pretty much say 50 Cent was like,
Yeah.
especially the
He
early
was the
push.
next. He was the biggest thing since like Snoop Dogg
Snoop
or
Dogg, yeah,
Tupac.
yeah, yeah. He had his video game,
Yeah.
man. I remember on PlayStation there was a 50 Cent. He had two video
Bulletproof.
games, Bulletproof. Yeah, and he had
Yeah.
another one. He had another game. It was some desert game. I forgot the name. I'll try to pull it.
Yeah.
But he had two
Yeah.
games. He had the amount of features he had. Candy shop. I want to one.
Oh man, that's a worst. I'm sorry, that's a worst 50 Cent song. Two of
I
his worst
all right.
songs
I will honestly say I was watching Candy Shop, but it wasn't for the music. If you know what I mean. Like
for the girls
I'm just keeping it real. I was watching it for ulterior motives,
for educational purposes.
educational.
Oh man,
Oh man.
great song is trash.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. What do you
We
think
all
of?
know it's for the ladies.
Yeah, 100, man. Like, what do you think of amusement park?
Another song that is trash. I hate amusement park.
You know, he performed that at BET. And check it. All right, for the folks who don't know, like amusement park, this was at the height of 50 Cent's
Yeah,
popularity. He's doing a rap, and I'll take you to the amusement park. It's just so garbage. But
guys, this is like the start of 50 Cent like decline for music,
yeah,
like 2007, 2008.
so
It's like,
as
man,
fast as he soared, that's when it starts to come down. That late,
I'm sorry, Candy Shop was the start,
it was
the
Candy Shop.
startup. Yeah,
Yeah, this came out
then
after the film. When the film came out, that's like
yes,
2005.
yeah.
After some of the tracks were just like,
Like some of the singles off the Massacre, like I love Disco Inferno, but like Candy Shop and just a
Candy
little bit.
Shop and
I'm like,
amusement.
oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Then his third album, I love Straight to the Bank. I love I Get
Uh,
Money. Amusement Park and AO Technology with Justin Timberlake. Like, hey,
First of all, why
hey,
is he collabing with JC of all people, Justin Timberlake,
oh my
from NSYNC?
god.
Oh my
Oh, I'm
god.
like, that's when I stopped like listening to 50 Cent like that.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
But he has a song with Neo that like Baby by Me. But after that, I'm like, man,
Yeah.
that's when he started doing the films and stuff.
Yeah, he was in the. I remember the Power. Like I started watching Netflix. That started like
Yeah,
2012. So I was
yeah,
following 50 Cent from that. It's Kanan. But like,
yeah,
yeah, even the Power intro is cool as well. The music,
right,
like
yeah,
I think that's a dope soundtrack. But yeah, now 50 Cent, like G Unit was the height of. It's when 50
yeah,
Cent peaked. Yeah.
yeah. 2003. That's when he like bombed out. Yeah.
He was on the map, he was killing it. Games, movies,
Oh, the game. Yeah.
yeah, 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 yeah. But yeah, yeah. So G Unit, man, for sure, man. Like I come to leave. I was thinking, like there's one group we haven't mentioned. I was like,
I
it's G
know.
Unit.
I love
Yeah,
Hate It or Love It.
yeah.
I love
Oh,
Hate It.
hate it, I love
Yeah.
it. Get the game,
The
the game,
Underdog.
the
Yeah.
game appears in there. Yeah. Yeah, 50 Cent is yeah, he really was the face of 2000s, man. Now I think about it,
Right.
like if
He
Beyonce was
was.
the female one, definitely
Oh,
50
50
Cent
Cent.
was,
Yeah.
because as
You can still listen to in the club.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Still to this day.
In the club, man, that's just yo, yo,
Nope.
yo,
Nope.
Ghost Job. It's your birthday. Come on, like it's your
Like
birthday.
you must be living under a rock if you never heard In the Club,
Yeah.
because yeah, they play it constantly.
Oh,
Like
constantly. There was I remember that on MTV, man. That and Usher's. Yeah, yeah. With
oh
little
yeah,
everywhere.
yeah.
Usher was like really big. Like just
Before,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. He was really
that song just took him like over the map.
over the map, man. Usher was the yeah, you the shit. But yeah, like 50 Cent Usher, like Usher quietly, he went down later on. I don't know
Yeah.
if it was after Got a Little Burn. Confessions, man.
Oh, we talking about Confessions.
Yeah, it's hard for me to say this.
Man, Confessions was an album, man. He had like four number 1 hits back to
Yeah,
back.
not sure, man. Just like I said, when I was at school at this time, like Usher's like music was just all over the radio,
Yeah,
the
50 Cent.
performances. What I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like anytime you would go to like not even just the clubs, but you had those school dances, like end of the year. You had like
Hmm.
maybe a school dance, or I think like it would always be those tunes that were there. 50 Cent, Justin Timberlake, Rock Your Body. That was
Oh, yeah.
everywhere. I was everywhere. Rock Your Body and Fizz, but yeah, man, I think that pretty much. Oh yeah, all right. So let me give my ones. What's it called?
Yeah.
All right. So, yeah. So my Mount Rushmore bands. Tribe Called Quest. That's definitely gonna be
Yo.
there. Yeah, yeah, definitely Tribe Called Quest, man. It was funny. I'd always seen the Wayans Brothers intro. I'd always had to watch Wayans Brothers intro.
Oh, yeah.
Such a relaxation. Then
As
when I
horrible was,
yeah,
even season 1 was horrible,
yeah,
the theme song, yeah,
yeah.
carried
I
that
I
season.
always loved that. I was like, I remember Tribe Called Quest from the Wayans Brothers intro, man. Like, you know, uh, I don't know if I can put this on honorable mention, but yeah, I'll leave this. I'll leave this for after. I was gonna put in Vogue. In Vogue, they were really big. They did the Hang with
Yeah,
Mr. Cooper season
right.
one intro. You know what I mean? So yeah, In Vogue for sure. Naughty by Nature, of course. You know what I mean? They
Yeah,
were at one point they were really really firing on all storms, man. Like
right.
if you don't know, they did one of the tracks for the NBA. I think it was either like it was the NBA game or even the NBA like halftime. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, they were
They had
involved
a
in
nice they had a nice crossover appeal.
yeah,
It wasn't forced. That's
yes,
what I can appreciate about Naughty by Nature.
yeah. It happened naturally.
Yeah,
Without Shadow, without G Unit, they have to be there. Like that G
yeah,
Unit logo merch was everywhere,
right.
everywhere.
Everywhere.
Everywhere you could go, you see the G Unit and Wu-Tang Clan for sure. That's gonna be in there, man, for sure. Wu-Tang Clan, yeah. We're in top four. Then this one is hard after because I feel like it's the duos, because for duos I have like Kid and Play, of course, Crisscross. Um,
Right.
I
Yeah.
really, I really did like Third Base, as honorable mention. Yeah, like I still listen to some of their like tracks. I was yeah, I would say like
Yeah.
more after, like I remember when you said you saw them on A Living Color, before
Yeah.
as credits, So yeah, I definitely like Third Base. Heavy D and the Boys, they go in for sure, man. We got that. And yeah, TLC will be my honorable mentions, So yeah, yeah. So just to run through that
That's a
again.
good list, man.
Yeah, 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 definitely. I said Tribe Called Quest, Wu-Tang Clan, G Unit, and I put In Vogue in the third base. That's my face.
Then my list was Outkast,
Yeah,
Naughty by Nature, Tribe Called Quest, TLC, and G Unit.
G Unit. Nice, nice. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, so yeah, no,
Yeah.
that's my rankings,
Sorry,
man.
3-6. I'm sorry. I love three
Yeah,
six Mafia,
yeah.
but
you know,
A
G Unit,
Unit was nothing to
yeah.
be like messed with.
I'm telling you, when you just talk about like the impact as well, man. G Unit,
Yeah,
like man, I felt, you know, like I said, remember there was a time like where like rap music and that thing, it was only black, and I think like 50
yeah,
Cent, he kind of changed it for some people. You
yeah,
know, like some people started to listen to rap music and that because of like
right,
the explosion of like, you know, 50
yeah.
Cent, you know, and like, you know, G Unit, you know what I mean? It was like, yeah. You know how many times I heard you say you a wankster, but you ain't got none. You say you
Yeah,
shit was everywhere.
yo, even the episode of My Wife and Kids, there was an
Yes.
episode when Damon was um went to like sit down at Jay's like um I don't know if it was like therapy session. I don't know what kind of session it was.
Right.
Um,
When he meets the
I forgot.
psychiatrist, not the psychiatrist,
No, no,
the marriage counselor.
no, not no.
Not that
It
one.
was, what's it called? Meditation. It's like they were
Right.
like meditating. They were like meditating, and out of nowhere, Michael Kyle's phone ring goes off, and it was a ringtone of a wankster. It's like, oh, this is my song. Like, this is my jam. And everybody was like meditating, and here goes Michael like,
Oh, he's going. Oh, you see when you with them. Oh man, Michael Carl was.
that's how big 50.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's how
yeah,
big 50 Cent was.
man. He even appeared in. I've always said, bro. Like, I think when you can appear in The Simpsons, that's like when you really made it.
Oh, you
You
made it
know,
if you made it to the Simpsons.
yeah, there was an
Yeah.
episode with 50 Cent, like this a whole rap episode. He appeared in The Simpsons, you know.
Was that the same episode with Ludacris?
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, they have the mansion. They have the mansion party.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm telling you, man. You know, it's funny that episode. It reminds me a lot of Boondocks when Magnificent comes in. You know.
Yeah.
Oh man. Boondocks, man. Boondocks review is coming soon, folks. And I got a lot to
Yeah,
say. I'm
man.
really thinking that we got to do a talk on just strictly on the Boondocks
Boondocks
series.
itself.
I got a
Yeah.
lot to say
A
on
lot of
that.
memories.
Straight up, man. You know,
We
we
have
definitely.
like 10 episodes of ideas.
Yeah,
So we
yeah,
got you for a good 6 months.
yeah.
Yeah.
For sure, man. Definitely going through that. But yes, man. All right, folks. You know, so yeah. That's our take. You know, you heard that, you know, right here on the Retro Brothers, you know, on like what we thought of the, you know, big music bands, you know, Backstreet Boys, all the way to like, Destiny's Child, Naughty by Nature, Third Base, Crisscross. You know, you heard me and GQ's like, Mount Rushmore, what we thought were the best bands, but
Yes,
you could
sir.
also, we would love to hear what you lot thought about it. You know what I mean? You could always get in touch with us on our social media, which would be just down below the audio of the podcast, you know. So yeah, it would be really be cool to hear like your, choices for the best bands, you know. So yeah, man. Any final any final words on like the music bands and just music in general today, GQ?
Man, I want to say this in like every video, man. You just had to be there,
100.
experience
Yeah.
it. Like, man,
Yeah.
like seeing your favorite group on TV, on
Yeah.
like BET or MTV, when you saw like TLC video, or
Yeah.
if you see like a G Unit video, you're just excited to see your favorite group.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just an era that can be duplicated. You know, I've said that,
Right.
man. Like it's just every group. You know, even to as bad. You know, I even watched like the Backstreet Boys. Like everybody. Like I'm not the biggest fan of Backstreet Boys, but it's still
No.
video. You
Like you
know.
cannot deny their fans, like
Yeah.
their impact they brought to
Yeah.
the music.
Their contribution to
Industry.
music, like Backstreet Boys is
Yeah,
still, there, man. Like, yeah. in sync as well. So yeah, those ones, even though they have these music bands later, like One Direction or JLS, I still think they can't capture like those prolific music bands from that time.
Right.
That's gonna so yeah, yeah, folks, yeah, really appreciate for tuning in to this episode of the Retro Brothers podcast.
Yes, sir.
Yes, really, really enjoyed it. And as I said, me and GQ, we have our YouTube channels, where just like this, we're talking about music, we're doing our reviews, and we're doing like, skits as GQ does. He does these skits from like TVs and movies. So if you do love them like retrospective looks and nostalgia, definitely check out our YouTube channels. So yeah, definitely subscribe as
Check
well.
out our content.
Subscribe.
Put in work.
Oh yeah,
2022.
we put in that, man. 2022. So. I always love to say, at the end, especially for 2022, you need to do not one thing. Update your wallet. I love saying
Take
that.
your wallet.
I love saying that, man.
Update your wallet, man.
The funny thing, what people don't know why I've been saying this now, this happened when we were recording this podcast. We were talking.
Everything happened.
Yeah, it happened when we were recording our
during
first
this podcast.
episode. We were talking, and I just out of nowhere, I was like, "Okay, I'm running with this now, man."
I think you said it during the house party episode.
Yeah,
the kid play episode.
Kid, yeah. I said, "Yo, man, kid, you know what happened? He did update his wallet, man. That was the problem."
Now look at him.
All right, man. That's it, man. So yeah, folks, we will catch you on the next episode of the Retro Brothers podcast.
Yes,
this is
sir.
Rich Man Z, and I'm with
Charlemagne the God. This is the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Good morning. That's a different podcast.
For real. Oh, this is the wrong podcast.
This is the wrong podcast.
Wrong podcast. No, for real. This is GQ Jamal, and that's Richmond Z, and this is the Retro Brothers.
And look away, but I've known you too long. It hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray as you fade away. As you fade away. Guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to